Hi, our last topic on chapter 3 is 3.5. It's the 5-number summary and box plots. All right. So we've been talking about, in the last two sections, we were talking about measures of dispersion, which are measures of spread. And we talked about the range and the interquartile range and the standard deviation and the variance. All right. So the interquartile range is the range of the middle 50% of the data. All right, so therefore, it is not influenced or it's resistant to outliers. The reason being is that if we have some outlier out here or some outlier out there, the values in the middle don't know that. All right, so the interquartile range is resistant to outliers, just like the median is. The mean, we said, was influenced by outliers. So when we calculate the mean, we use every single data point. So we say this one plus this one plus this one. So if we have an extremely high data point, we are adding that in and then dividing by n. And so the mean is influenced by that. Well, the variance and the standard deviation those are about distances to the mean. All right, so here's my mean, and I say, okay, what's the distance for this one? And what's the distance for this one? So again, that standard deviation uses every single data point and how far away it is. So it matters if it's really far away. So if I have data points that are really far away, it's going to increase my standard deviation. So the standard deviation and then the variance is just the square of that. Those are not resistant, or we say they're influenced by extreme outliers. All right, so more outliers, more spread, more range, more standard deviation and the variance. So the range as well, the max minus the minimum, is obviously going to be affected by this. But the interquartile range is IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. It's the middle half of the data. It's that range, how far apart that is not affected by that. All right, so we call that resistant. All right, so like the median, the IQR is resistant to extreme skewness and outliers. And so we tend to use the median and the IQR for data as my measure of center and spread for data where I have a lot of skewness, where it's extremely skewed, or I have extreme outliers, because those are better measures of typical values.